Hello, this is Janet Caleri. I am the founder of Visible Transitions. It is a photographic process I invented to help you go from overwhelmed to overjoyed using curiosity and a smartphone camera. I'm wearing sunglasses, you might notice. This is due to a TBI, traumatic brain injury, which occurred back in January of 2020, this year. So I am sensitive to screens and light, and hence the sunglasses. You can join me in wearing your own. I am here to talk to you today about how to effectively relate to someone with a TBI, traumatic brain injury. So having a TBI can suck sometimes. Really. It's also a beautiful gift to nudge us into the moment. Now that I am out of my cocoon after many months in bed, healing, and I'm partially fluttering about like a butterfly, I'd like to personally help you relate to me and your loved ones with a TBI in a way that is mutually viable. So I might look healthy, you might see me as very healthy, and I have come a long way in my healing, and I do have limitations still. So I thought I would put together a list of ways that you can effectively relate to me and to people you know that have a traumatic brain injury, also known as many concussions, or maybe someone was in an accident and damaged their brain. Our brains do not work normally the way that yours does. All right, here's the list of ways that you can effectively relate to someone with a TBI. Number one, be patient. We are slower than usual. We have difficulty processing, recalling, and connecting dots of information. I'm quite an organized person. My organizational systems don't really work well for me anymore. Attempting to go find something from, let's say, yesterday, a document in a folder, is very difficult. My brain starts to shut down, even just thinking about it. Number two, don't take it personally. Expect lashback, bitchiness, irritation. Our brain and nervous system are easily stimulated, and it goes into fight or flight mode, reactivity mode quite easily. Number three, pause after you ask us a question. Give pause so we can gather the information, process, simulate, and then respond with an answer. I beg of you, after you ask me or the person you're speaking to with the TBI a question, please pause. Give them time to collect the information and output it. Number four, speak slower. Speak at a slower pace than usual. We have trouble processing information. So slower means easier for us to relate. Number five, give information in small bites. Again, we have difficulty processing information, so give it to us in small doses in order to simulate and relate. So if there's like five things you need to tell us about one topic, give us those five things in small bites, A, B, C, D, E. We often like to reflect back what we just heard you say to make sure that we heard it correctly. Oftentimes we don't. Number six, speak softer than usual. Speak louder than usual. I have tinnitus. I have this major ringing in my ear, so I often don't hear when someone's talking to me, yet I'm also asking people to speak in a softer volume. So there is an irony. Most of us with the TBI do have the tinnitus or tinnitus, the ringing in the ear. So sometimes it is difficult to hear, yet most times we need softer volumes in order to avoid the fight or flight mode. Again, our brains shut down easily with stimulation. So the 5 primary senses are the stimulation. Number 7, expect last minute cancellations or expect to take separate cars. We never know how we're going to feel or at what capacity our brain or nervous system will tolerate. Again, the brain and the nervous system get easily overstimulated. Thus, crowds may activate sensory overload. Number 8, expect less social and group interaction and event attendance. So going back to number 7, the sensory overload. I was recently at a client's wedding and I wore sunglasses even in the evening. It was an outdoor wedding. I wore glasses outdoors because there were a lot of bright lights. I also put earplugs in. It would have been better if I put them in much earlier. Anyway, I put them in and I danced 2 songs, which was a big deal. I could still hear the music and feel the music enough to feel moved to dance. Number 9, expect each day to be different from the next. There's lots of twists and turns. So if I talk to you on the phone today and I feel up and I have capacity and we talk next week and I'm depressed and I'm exhausted, don't be shocked. This is a day-to-day transition. Number 9, expect how we are feeling to change in an instant. So for example, we may feel a stark contrast from how we felt 2 hours ago. And this is really true for me every single day. So this morning I woke up feeling unrested. Then I taught a class and I had a headache by the end, yet I was feeling stoked. I was just filled with energy and excitement for my clients. Number 10, buy us fun sunglasses. I have a collection. You can see a few here, but I have a whole collection of sunglasses. Some have been gifted to me. I love these so much. They relate to how I live and my playfulness and how I teach playfulness and being in the state of curiosity. And so, yeah, if you want to buy us fun sunglasses. Let's see, where are we? Number 11. I have 2 number 8s here. Speaking of not seeing well, I don't see well also because I have double vision. So I have 2 number 8s. I think I'm on to number 12. Expect us not to be doing activities we love. So we now cannot do things we love to without putting ourselves or others at risk. So it's not that we can't do it, it's just extremely risky or risky for you. So for example, I love to bicycle, I love to sing and dance. I'm not biking at all due to the high risk factor. Singing and dancing are at minimal before the headache and fatigue sets in. Singing is my favorite thing to do. And actually, I'm going to include photography because I took black and white photos at my client's wedding, and I get in the zone really quickly, and I'm just in heaven. However, it put a huge strain on my eyes and my brain. So I was left with a big headache and a little bit of nausea and feeling a little woozy. So anyway, photography, singing, and dancing, I do those minimally. Except, smartphone camera is different. It's got a big screen and I don't need to be focusing my eye right in there as I do with a professional camera. Number 13, expect grief overflowing. So our former life is over, at least for a period of time. And like right now, I'm at a healing plateau. Like I'm not seeing any big changes or advancements or progress. What I am seeing and experiencing is a lot of my limitations because there's been no change. So I'm at the plateau. Number 14, expect to be unattached to the healing time. Brain injuries heal when it's good for them. There is no recipe, no one size fits all formula. Some never fully heal. Number 15, do not talk over us. Oh, that is so painful, so painful. Please be patient and wait your turn. Yeah, again, the relation is not the same. And I do get excited and I actually can talk really fast and I might even talk over you, but I'm asking you not to talk over me. And it's not me. Don't talk over my brain, really. It's my brain. 16, please, no background noise or multitasking. Please do not multitask or have any background noise while we are talking on the phone or in person. Again, our brains are easily stimulated and the brain feels like it's exploding because there's too many things to process. Number 17, expect a slow and delayed response. This can go back to don't take it personally. So if you get a response from me, awesome. If your calls and emails and text are not being met with a response, be patient, or better yet, really reach out to us again. You're not being a pain in the neck. You're not bothering us. Just remind us that you're expecting a response or there's something time sensitive. Really just reach out to us again. We're not playing games. Number 19, forgive our errors, writing, grammar, and otherwise. Yeah, I'm noticing I make plenty of mistakes with writing, with typing. I do my best to stay off the computer, and reality is I am using the computer. Yeah, so please grant us humility and dignity when we forget. Please, please, please don't take it personally. Number 20, stay curious. Stay curious. Stay curious about our behavior in the healing pace. Unlatch from how you think I should be, how you think I should feel, where you think I should be at in my healing process. Like, just stay curious about our behavior in healing pace. Curiosity is not exempt of assumptions and projections, so be mindful. Really be mindful of assumptions and projections you have about us regarding our healing process. If you think we look healthy, why are we making mistakes or not calling you back, or canceling plans? Stay curious. Just really unlatch from what you think you know, because the way we operate is different from what you know. It's different from what you are used to. So those are the 20 ways to effectively relate to someone with a TBI, traumatic brain injury. And I want to close out with a few thoughts. So, I was bedbound in the dark for months. I was a clear witness to the zig and zag of society's let me fill my schedule so full that I have no time for soul care in order to avoid my true feelings and reality. And I think right now it's October 2020. We're still in the midst of Corona apocalypse. And I see maybe more than most people, I see the gift that this is the time for us to empty our schedules and be more self-reflective, get in more soul care so that we can be better versions of ourselves in order to be better contributions to each other, to our communities, to society. Yeah, I mean, a time where busy is sacred and rushing here and there is popular self-care. Say that with the Boston accent. Popular self-care. I'm here to declare that self-care and zero resistance is the new hustlin'. So I'm here to declare self-care and zero resistance is the new hustlin'. Can you see the gift of having a friend or a loved one with the TBI? It's very similar to Corona apocalypse times. There's the slow down, there's changing habits and patterns, there's releasing certain non-workable relationships, there's developing new boundaries. So just think about this. You might be having some similar experiences. So the question is, can you see all the ways that a TBI is clearly offering us the opportunity to slow down, to pause in curiosity, to stay focused, one thing at a time, to be patient, to be unattached to the plan. All of our plans have been rerouted or disintegrated, to be unattached to the pace, to release your need to be in control. Mother Nature is in control. What we are in control of is our, how we respond. Do we respond with ease and curiosity, or do we react in the trigger, in the resistance? That's what we can control. And are you seeing that, life has your back? I mean, relax long enough to see and feel the evidence. It's all around us. So thank you for being with me on this illuminating and curious ride. I hope you find this helpful, and I invite you to share this video with your friends and family and on social media. If we're friends on social media, please feel free to tag me. I think it's really important for people to know how to relate to someone with a TBI. It's invisible. You look at me, I mean, you might see a little crooked eye, but generally, if you look at me or most people with a TBI, you wouldn't know that we function in a different way. And so help me spread the word, help me spread the love. And I think this is a great parallel to Corona apocalypse times and how we can slow down and be more connected with each other. So thanks for listening. This is Janet Kaleri, Visible Transitions. And I leave you with want what you have and don't want what you do not have.